Today's preface is going to be a little faster. Even though it wasn't recorded via live stream, I still had a lot of fun making this video. Welcome back to Nocturne No Fusion, this time featuring good dungeon design. The Obelisk has been one of my favorite dungeons in terms of level design, and I'll explain why soon. Demons in here are actually around our party level, so battles can be complicated, but if you know their weaknesses, you should be able to pass by. This place operates on multiple floors via elevators and stairs, and you have to find the correct path. It's never real clear at first glance where you have to go, so if you can find a map or guide to this place, it'll definitely help, but I suggest you go for it without one of those. Pisaka gives me a vitality incense, and soon after I meet the three guardians of this place, the Moray sisters Clotho, Lachesis, and Atropos, all under Hikawa's orders to keep Mr. Cow in here. A few minutes later, the dungeon shows its gimmick. There are light globes which reset the moon phase and tiles you can walk on to make the phase move forward in time. You can proceed by triggering the moon phase shown on the gates, and while the first few ones are easy, others are really not, so you gotta keep an eye out and use your brain. Again, try not to use a guide, it's really satisfying to do on your own. With a heavy heart, I decide to part with Guishan in order to recruit a new demon which I really need, Berith. Much like Eligor, it resists physical and death, but also drains fire and lures the valuable skill the Kaja, which can cancel enemy buffs. We'll need this skill as the Kaja rocks aren't really that easy to come by. After another moon puzzle, I get into a room with 5 elevator paths from left to right. Pro tip, just take the third for a treasure chest containing a Soma if you pick the right moon phase, and then the second one to proceed. The first, fourth, and fifth won't get you anywhere, at least as far as I can remember. I clear yet another moon puzzle, and I can reach an area with a terminal and a Cathedral of Shadows. This was put in here just in case you want to fuse some demons. And usually in the normal run, now that I think about it, you should be able to start fusing Hellbiker around this point. Albeit with some minor grinding, since it's still level 42. In the next area, Mizuchi finally learns Fog Breath, and then it evolves in the Dragon Long, or Seiryu for Persona fans. A little weaker resistances-wise, since its Ice Null becomes a drain, doesn't drain electricity anymore, but still, he will be very useful in the fights to come. I keep climbing until I reach the next moon puzzle, clear it, and reach the basement floor. Here we can find, after a long hallway, a treasure chest containing a spyglass, an infinite use item which has the analyze effect. Here, I can tell you that you can keep it, but I technically have no use for it, since I do know most demons' weaknesses anyway, so I'll probably sell it for its value of 50,000 Maka when I need it, if I need it. I find my way back up, Barrett finally learns the Kaja, and I reach a room with a Fountain of Life. Since I can heal almost whenever I want, I decide to grind one level so I can get my hands on the Mediarama skill. At the same time, Pisaka learns the Kunda. Maybe I'll have a reason to bring it into combat now, here and there. I go back to the Nirvana Magatama for Divine Shot in 2 levels and carry on. We get to the final save terminal where, in the next room, there's the final moon puzzle. Inside this room we have to fight the 3 sisters, but if you leave they will respawn, so you gotta deal with all 3 one at a time without exiting the room. I start with the easiest one, that being Clotho. Clotho has 3 things going for her. She can charm you with Marin Karin, heal up, and use Mahama. But the sister have a few HP, so with proper use of debuffs, this fight will last just a couple of minutes. Even if she kills Raganaja, I call it back, and after about dealing 2000 points of damage, she runs away. Next up on the beat up list is Lachesis, and now things start to get a little tricky. Lachesis uses buffs and debuffs, casts physical or magic barriers, and uses physical attacks. Barrier Theory is okay because all buffs are best cancelled. All that aside, buff up, avoid hitting a shield when it's set up, remember it only lasts a turn, and she'll run up again after 2000 points of damage roughly. Atropos is the last one of the three, and her gimmick is that she uses all 4 element magic. If she spots a weakness in your party, she will exploit it. So, elemental resistance variety is key here. If one nulls it, she loses both turns. The strategy is still the same, but she does take a bit more damage, but maybe only roughly 3 to 500 HP more. Now you can go out of the room, save if you need, and when you take the elevator in the room after the moon puzzle, you fight the 3 sisters together. Not much changes from the individual fights, you just fight them all 3 at the same time, and they do the same thing, so I won't repeat myself for what they do. The basic strategy is to kill Clotho first, since she can heal, Lachesis for eliminating buffs and debuffs, and then Atropos for last. So long as you don't get too unlucky with all of that, this will be an easy win. Leveling up, Rajanaga gets Counter, Barret gets Moragion, and I get the D-Jet Magatama, which nulls Curse, and makes me learn all 4 buff skills plus the Kaja. We'll need this Magatama for the next Fiend fight, I'll just say that outright. I ascend the light, stop the Obelisk from draining Magatsuhi, and free Mr. Cow. She's happy to see us, but disappointed in her lack of actual power to take creation into her own hands, and was just a tool for Ikawa. Seeing all this, she turned to a hidden god and... Well, that was unexpected. This is Aradia, a god hailing from the depths of Amala, encouraging us to make our own world a reality. It gives us the power in the form of 2 more demon slots, the last one we'll get in the game, before taking Mr. Cow and leaving. Then comes Lucifer, telling us the time for creation is nigh, and the reason holders will clash to make their own reason prevail. And he doesn't really care which path we take as long as we don't bore him. And then he leaves. Cryptic as ever, I see. We leave the Obelisk and teleport to Asakusa, where Hijiri is happy to see us successful. He then shares what he had learned, making a recap on how reason worked for those who forgot or didn't follow what the hell is going on, and then he said he spotted a boy inside the Amala network. Must be Isamu. He doesn't seem to be in danger though, which is perplexing given the nature of the place, so he can send us to him to check up on him. But before that, there are a couple of things I need to do. And for that, I return to the second Kalpa of the Amala Labyrinth. I start grinding a bit in order to get Divine Shot, and meanwhile Karasu Tengu evolves into Kurama Tengu, now draining wind and nullifying light. Valkyrie also learns Counter, and I finally get Divine Shot. You may be wondering why is it so good and why do I want it? Well, it's easy really. It deals heavy physical damage on one target, has very high accuracy, and a very solid critical chance. This is gonna be our best move for a good while, probably even near the end game, since it has the potential of being a real boss shredder as long as they don't resist physical. I do have trouble deciding what to drop for Divine Shot until I realize that I do need MP for debuffs, so I decide to take out the 25 MP cost Tornado. It did serve me well this far, but now that I have Kurama Tengu, I really don't need it anymore on me. After some research, off screen of course, I also returned to the Obelisk in order to recruit an Onkoth. This little thing gets good skills and can evolve twice. It will get access to all buffs minus Makakaja, and it will be a very solid physical unit with high crit chance. Even if it'll take a good amount of time and investment, his evolution cannot be obtained via fusion however, so this will be worth it. And grind it a little bit more in order for Kurama to get Violet Flash, in order to get some good light coverage, Might for Valkyrie, and Hellfire on myself from the Gehenna Magatama for mid-fire damage in place of shock. With all this done, I say I'm gonna be ready for what comes next. And this is it for today, my friends. It was a wild ride for sure, and went much smoother than I thought it yet again. And now I have a small announcement to make too. Today, April 10th, 2021, this video goes up, but the next one won't come on Saturday, a little sooner. Consider this a small token of my appreciation for all the support you've been giving me. But please don't get too used to it. This is gonna happen occasionally if I have the chance, and if I have enough footage and time to edit everything. Something that lately seems to be lacking for me. I'm not happy making one video a week, and I hope to get back to multiple uploads, but these take a good amount of time to make, so it kinda is what it is. I'll keep doing my best to ensure at least one video a week though. I can promise that much. With that out of the way, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, please drop a like, comment, and subscribe to let me know you did enjoy, and you are ready to see some more. This has been Bahama Raven, and I will see you very soon. Bye bye!